but I fail every time. Rewind. Please rewind again and again. I lose all that's mine. I'll find a way to turn back time. Day after day, I'm losing bits of who I am. I'll find a way to turn back
Incredible like the Hulk, but I'm also a lonely man. I get wrapped up in depression like only a mummy can. I've tried every medication, it would take forever to list them, but they don't work so well when you don't have a circulatory system. I run the jungle, even though I hate the solitude. Assist whoever I can, try to be a solid dude. But no one likes the undead, I try to make friends, they just get rude and cop an attitude. It really puts me in an awful mood. But truth be told, my despair is kinda necessary. And when I get angry, my tantrums are legendary. With so much AoE, everything I touch is cursed. It's true that I feel bad, but I'm about to make you feel much worse. Your health is looking low, you took a lot of damage, kid. Let me help you out, I'll toss you over some bandages. You shouldn't run away, I know that you think you're a thug, but even the toughest champs in the league sometimes use a hug. Descended into madness, a painful black abyss. I'm powered by sadness, the depths of loneliness. You could say I'm odd and you could point, sneer and snicker. The only thing it's going to do is cause this game to end quicker. Cause I'm a heavy hitter, I'll watch your lights flicker. Pain emitter, leave you on the ground like you're a pile of litter. You should reconsider my offer before you meet your end. So let me ask you one more time.
You wanna be friends? You wanna be friends?
Cause you know I do, I've never had a real friend before. Not that I'd remember anyway, my past is kind of a blur. I'm just a wanderer, roamed South Valorant alone until I found the Institute of War and made the League my home. Can't feel my heartbeat, I'm like the Tin Man. Squat like a Yordle, walk like an Egyptian. Not sure how old I am, but they say that I act like a teen. It ain't that simple, just ask Kermit. It's not easy being green. I tried to make a rainbow connection with luck, she shut me down. I'm a little scared of fire, didn't stop me, I asked Annie out. She said yes and it was nice for once that I wasn't alone. Then she asked me for advice about a guy. Guess I got friend zoned. But honestly, a friend is all I ever asked for. Someone to DPS while I CC, someone I can support. Someone to stick with through victory and through defeat. Someone to hug, someone to make a mummy's life complete.
You wanna be friends?
Of puppeteers, but I have a nagging fear someone else is pulling out the strings. Something terrible is going down through the entire town, wreaking anarchy and all it brings. I can't sit idly, no, I can't move at all. I curse the name, the one behind it all. Discord, I'm howling out the moon and sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. Discord, whatever did we do to make you take no other way? world is being torn apart. A terrible catastrophe played by a symphony. What a terrifying work of art. I can't sit idly, no, I can't move at all. I curse the name, the one behind it all. Discord, I'm howling at the moon and sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. Discord, whatever did we do to make you take our world away? Discord, are we a prey alone, or are we just a stepping stone for taking back the throne? Discord, we won't take it anymore, so take a tyranny away. And sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. Discord, whatever did we do to make you take our world away? Discord, are we a prey alone, or are we just a stepping stone for taking back the throne? Discord, we won't take it anymore, so take a tyranny away.
Lost my life once, and so I take yours. Surprise gangs like your lanes full of trapdoors. Fast scores every game as I splat cores of lane specialists with the pressure of the ocean floor. Can't ignore blood and gore, kick my giant boots. Stomp every champ, every lane, and collect my loot. Run away if you can, cause I'm en route. You can't hide in the turrets, I wear a dive suit. And I survive too, dredge line assistance. Roll with the biggest grappling hook in existence. I mean business, I come with persistence. The instant I hit, you're gonna wish you kept your distance. So move back, cause I control the map. You can't land damage when you're facing the Titans rap. Riptide, slam the ground, make the earth crack. Swallow up your soul, turn your whole world pitch black. From the deepest depths he rises to the surface. A blackened soul, a single deadly purpose. Once a man transformed into legend, the anchor that killed him is now his only weapon. An endless march sustained by his vengeance. A darkened heart, his stature tremendous. When the time comes, there's no way to stop him. And when he's done, you'll be lost and forgotten. You wanna stop me, then form a committee. Come at me 5 at a time, it still won't be pretty. I'm Ron Burgundy with damage that's sickly. When Anchorman shows up, you'll say that escalated quickly. I don't accept any penance, I despise you. Take you to the bottom of the sea to pressurize you. Size 42 shoe stomps your eyes through the back of your skull. If I was you, I would cry too. You couldn't win with 20,000 leagues of allies. It's death charge, stretch line into riptide. This is the dunk tank, time to get baptized. Your team is sunk and your base is being capsized. The ground littered with teammates that you couldn't save. It's dry land, but I'll leave you in a damn grave. I can't wait to hear the screams of the fake brave as I take everything you got like a tidal wave. From the deepest depths he rises to the surface. A blackened soul, a single deadly purpose. Once a man transformed into legend, the anchor that killed him is now his only weapon. An endless march sustained by his vengeance. A darkened heart, his stature tremendous. When the time comes, there's no way to stop him. And when he's done, you'll be lost and forgotten.
child in Valorant has heard the tale before about the cursed mummy boy who felt his heart no more. So sad and lorn, the helpless lad, Amumu was his name. He ventured out to find a friend and learn about his bane. For many years, young Amumu traveled through the lands, determined to make friends if only they would understand. But even when Amumu stood upon the ledge of home, his hope would disappoint him and he would remain alone. But then the curse began to whisper in his ear. It would confirm what was Amumu's biggest fear. It pledged that never shall someone become his friend. It pledged that he shall be alone until his end. The sorrow and despair became too much to bear. The moment when Amumu realized what he had done, too late it was for him, for them. The evil curse had won. The anger and the anguish overwhelmed his fragile soul and caused a wicked tantrum that he never could control.
I blitz crank the one and only steam golem. I seem solemn enough until I shatter your spinal column. One punch knockouts, blackouts, I crack bouts like Tyson in his prime, winning back to back bouts. I take out all comers, number one son, a killing machine, and it's obscene what I can do with just a sheen. Bust your spleen, collapse your wind, pop and wind fights. Got a pre-signed retainer just to read you your last rides. I give myself life, I am my own creator. These are the end times, I'll be a curator. This is the museum of pain, no flash photography. It's just a common courtesy, it messes up my circuitry. This is where the hook would go, but it's not cool down. You have to be patient, it's the most amazing skill around. And if you need a timer, you can feel free to keep count. It's only 60 seconds till another enemy goes down. Metal is harder than flesh, the heart of my quest is to be the best by smashing off his heart into your chest. I'm a Terminator, assess your threat level low, the next blow leaves you unidentifiable like John Doe. You're so slow, there's no escape, my overdrive activates, and you're the perfect candidate for armor plate to smash your face. My fist is clenched and it's ready to blow, so let's go, it's time to put on a show. Here comes the rocket grab, go ahead, try to run, I'll pull you back and knock you up harder than the Octomom. Just to keep it calm, the static field like a silence bomb. It comes my team to violate you like a freshman after prom. This is where the hook would go, but it's on cooldown, you'll have to be patient. It's he goes down. This is where the hook would go, but it's on cooldown. You'll have to be patient, it's the most amazing skill around. And if you need a timer, you can feel free to keep count. It's only 60 seconds till another enemy goes down. Blitz crank, the one and only Steam Golem. Yeah,
You're locked and barred within your prison. Prison. Forever guarded in your prison.
I'm like a shotgun, short range, high damage. Walking spell, metal storm, stay back, you can't manage. I'm taking advantage, half cast to half tank. Collectible kills every time your jungle comes to gank. You thought you kinda picked me, must be delusional. All of my punishment is cruel and unusual. Unconstitutional, late game, I'm immovable. Dominate the league, that's a fact irrefutable. Control your every motion, I'm like a prison guard. Lane like a college town, everywhere you look is bars. I'm specting move speed, you're never too far. Close the gap quick, I'm the leader, you're the pace car. I run the mid lane, rule with an iron fist. No skill shots, cause I'm too skilled to ever miss. I can't be bursted down, core items all resist. Flash ignite combo, first blood, no assist. Room prison, you've been sentenced to death. You'll be stuck in room prison till you take your last breath. Room prison where there's no appeals. And you get spell flux and overload as your last meal. And you get dumbstruck when I unload, cause you know the deal. Your champs suck and I'm beast mode, cause I'm hard as steel. Room prison, torture dust till dawn. And your sentence is reinstated every time you respond. Covered in tattoos, call me the painted man. My kills make the news, I'm like the son of Sam. You can't take this abuse, beaten by an old man. You're the peasants, I'm the emperor, this is feudal Japan. Your tanks try to die me, but you know I can kite them. Overload, snares, autos, if they get low, I ignite them. My teammates getting carried, cheer me on while I delight them. 20 minutes in and I'm equipped with all my endgame items. 4,000 mana build, don't need the blue buff. 20 kill lead, no surrender, guess you like it rough. 3 people in my lane, looks like you've had enough. Still hanging back cause you know room prison, you've been sentenced to death. You'll be stuck in room prison till you take your last breath. Room prison where there's no appeals. And you get spell flux and overload as your last meal. And you get dumbstruck when I unload, cause you know the deal. Your champ suck and I'm beast mode, cause I'm hard as steel. Room prison, torture dust till dawn. And your sentence is reinstated every time you respond. Dark side of a dark land with dark plans. Matron of the Black Rose pose a threat to every man. Motives mysterious, mystifying mystique. Illuminati covered underground society. Control of Noxus throughout all its history. Imitate, manipulate, all the while a mystery. Trickery, a mysticy of uninformed peasantry. Pushing out of politics without the need for weaponry. The true power, puppeting aristocrats. Twist the facts, falsify and spy with a list of traps. Existing in the back until very recently. The military took over, power spread unevenly, and it became impossible to rule in secrecy. Martial prowess, armies taking power through indecency. Waited underground, conflict ends with one authority. Stepped out of the shadows to rep the Black Rose in the league. Master of shadow and flame, a master of the game. Mid lane, punishing APs with immense pain. Supreme reign, lock you down with chains ethereal. Power so potent, my skill set seems imperial. I'm serial, a single target assassin with no compassion. I'm here to take you out to action. Screen grace out before you even know what happened. Spec camera statesman, cause I'm the main attraction. Smoke and mirrors, classic misdirection. Thought that was me, it was only a reflection. I bounce around the battlefield, avoid detection. I disappear while you attack, a projection. I hit you with the double sigil and you're quiet. You can't fight back when your chain is silence. You try to live through the nuke, you should've fled though. Abracadabra and you're gone, never nesso.
Mimic me, you should try it, I'm fly kid. Every single creep hit, you're trying, deny it. And when I hit 6, I'm applying a silence, you're dying. I can hear you slash all crying. And when it's me that you're facing, just face it. Throw me an AP mid and I'll just break it. Glass shattered in the mirror are the images of me throwing QQs and winning all the scrimmages. So if you see me, get your hands off. I'm LeBlanc, so you can call me Gandalf. Kill you off like a Loki's revenge, like Renekton. You already know that I'm fresh. Just be the one they call burst. Try to kill me, pass the pulse, and then I just disperse and hurt. Finish off for the kill that I thirst. Call a Cali down, cause today you'll need a nurse.
Smoke and mirrors, classic misdirection. Thought that was me, it was only a reflection. I bounce around the battlefield, avoid detection. I disappear while you attack, a projection. I hit you with the double sigil and you're quiet. You can't fight back when your chain is silence. You try to live through the nuke, you should've fled though. Abracadabra and you're gone, never nesso.
For my next trick, I'll make their life bar disappear.
You can't milk those.
Blame it on the moose, can't get with the boots. Blame it on the stag, keep over at your leg. Blame it on the Atlas star. Blame it on the Atlas star. Ooh, he snuck right up on me. I was trying to fuck freely. And when he started to stampede, I knew I had to get out of my lane. Cause he's a freaking terrifying cow. Running fast and then he stomps the ground. Can't me carry 50 times. It ain't right. LA, what you eating? Up a lay of leasing with the side of Evelyn. You goddamn it, my whole team. Now you're in my jungle taking a crap at Red Buff. It's gonna take my whole team just to clean that shit up. We don't have enough of brains that you're gonna stay for weeks. You don't even care now. You were just a mad cow. LA, won't you leave my team? saw him gang top on Papa safe for a second. He arrived. He gonna eat ya with this pulverized. He just wanna eat ya. He'll take a bite of Tebow, then he'll eat Shadow. It's the mad cow, don't give a fuck about judo. He said he hate me. Ellie got mad, but it wasn't cause of me. And then he said, I'm a friendly cow, I don't mean to spoil your night with my pulverize. It's that goddamn Karen, dark will set my village on fire. My situation got dire.
Mess with the bull and you get the horns.
To get the horns, blame it on the moose, yank it with the boots, blame it on the stag, he pulverized your leg, blame it on the Alice star, blame it on the Alice star, blame it on the bad sow, blame it on the bacon, blame it on the mad cow, dining on your Caitlin, blame it on the Alice star, blame it on the Alice star.
They said they were going to shoot you when you came in to supper.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Isn't there something I could do?
There ain't anything to do.
Couldn't you get out of town?
No. I'm through with all that running around.
Why do they want to kill you?
I did something wrong. Once.
It's like this, I used to roll marks with graves, stack decks and sleight of hand tricks of the trade. Your paycheck was mine when I sat for a game, because I always hit the river with a back palm days. You see, it's not really gambling cause I win every time, with a sucker to my left and a chump to my right. Got a man across the room and he's feeding me signs, so let me know when you're bluffing with a pair of nines, so I can check, raise the river, leave you high and dry. Take the pot like the cops, put your stack on decline, and if the shit hits the fan, he's got a gun on his side. So if you try to draw me, that's